welcome back to my channel. My name is MB. Thank you so much for your support, everyone. I really appreciate it. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. It's totally free. So today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making a twist dress. I'm going to be using this stretchy fabric. That's what I'm going to be using. Also, I have my pattern here, my dartless gown bodice. This is what I'm going to, my dartless gown pattern, sorry. This is what I'm going to be using. The reason why I'm using a dartless gown bodice is because I am dealing with a stretchy fabric. So when you're drafting your own pattern for that you want to use, it's not going to have a dart, and also you're going to reduce your measurements. You're going to reduce your measurement by 1 inch because the fabric is stretching. So now let's quickly get started. So actually for this tutorial you need knowledge of slash and spread method, but if you don't have the knowledge of slash and spread method, just follow exactly what I'm doing here and it's going to come out very perfect. Thank you so much. So before you do your twist dress, you need to get your pattern paper like I said earlier and draft your pattern, because you can't just go directly. You can't use freehand method for this thing. You need to do it on the paper first, because we're going to be slashing all this paper now by the time we are done. So the first thing you will do, this is my chest line, the waistline, this is the hip line. So you need all those prominent points. So from your waistline, you're going to be coming up by 2 inches. Is from your waistline you come up by 2 inches. This is my 2 inches point, and I'm just going to be marking it all the way to the side. Then you connect it together with your ruler all the way. Okay, 2 inches. I'm going to connect it together with my ruler. Okay, so this is it. So on this, from this center point, you know, I told you, okay, I don't know if I mentioned it, you need to fold your paper into two to determine the midpoint of your pattern paper. So this is it. I've already done this line that you can see here. So what you will do from this line, on this 20s mark that you came up with, this thing we are doing is just to determine where we want our twist to go. So from these 2 inches that you came up with, you measure from this center line that you did. You're going to measure 3 inches inward. 3 inches inward. So that is it. After doing that, the next thing you need to do is that from this your armhole measurement, you need to come down. You come down by 2 inches on both sides of the paper. So you measure, mark your 2.5 inches, sorry, 2.5 inches down. You mark it. This is your 2.5 inches. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side too. 2.5 inches. Then you're going to connect it to this 3 inches mark that we did here. You're going to connect it to this 3 inches mark that we did here. You see, I've connected it. You connect this other one too, to this 3 inches mark, the 2.5 inches on both sides. You connect it to this too. Okay, so that's it. Then the next thing you will do is that from your waistline, you're going to be coming down by 3 inches. Then you connect it back here. Then also from your hip line too, you connect it back to this point. So let me do that. So from my waistline, you come down by 3 inches. This is my 3 inches mark here. Then you connect it like this. So, okay, you connect it like this. Then also from your hip line, you're going to be, this is my hip line here, this line here, this line here. I don't know if you can see. Let me try to fix my camera. Okay, this line here, this is my hip line. So you're just going to connect it to, from that place, from your hip line, you connect it. Everything is going to go to that 3 inches mark that we did. So, okay. Okay, so this is it. This is the first line. I came down by 2 inches on both sides. From your armhole measurement 2 inches, you connect it to that 3 inches point. Then same thing for this side. This place you come down from your waistline, you come down by 3 inches, and this place you're just going to connect it to the hip line. So that is it. So the next thing you're going to do now is just to cut it out. See, I've drawn the lines. See all this lines. So you're going to cut everything out. And also please note, I didn't add any allowances to my pattern. I've not added any seam allowance to my pattern. So what you're going to do before you cut it out, you mark this top part. You're going to mark it A. You know you're going to cut each part out. You cut out in this place. You cut it out like this one. You cut it out 2, you cut it out 3, then this top part will be 4. So you're just going to mark all your patterns. You mark this top part, you're going to mark it A. The lower part, you mark it B. Then this side part, you mark it C. And this other part, you mark it D. It's just so you won't get confused. Then now we're going to cut it out. So we're just going to cut out on those lines that we draw. You cut up to that your 3 inches point. So cut from this side too. Okay, so this is my C, like I told you. Then also for your B, you're just going to cut out this side. See, you cut out the sides like this. Okay, so this is B. Then D. Just cut it out like that. Just cut out those lines like I marked it. When you cut it out, you have 4 pieces. See, this is it. By the time you place all of the patterns together, you should have something like this. So this is it. This is my A at the top, this is B at the lower part, this is C at the side, and this small one also is my D. So that is it for that is it. So now let's move to the next step. The next thing we're going to do is to draw our slash lines. We're going to be slashing our pattern. Please note, whenever you're slashing your pattern, when you want to draw your slash lines, everything has to point to the reference point. For this pattern A, this is the reference point here. This is the 3 inches mark. I don't know if you can see. This is my reference point here. For pattern B, this is the reference point here. For pattern B, this is my reference point here. And for pattern C, this is my reference point here. That means that the point where everything joins together, where when you place everything back together, that point where everything is going together. So when you are drawing your line, it has to start from that place. And also your slash lines, you can make it about 1 inches, you can make it 2 inches. Just open it up. Everything has to point to your reference line. Let me do that so you can see. I'm starting with my pattern C. So from my reference line, you just draw a straight line because you're going to be slashing on those lines that you do it. So from your reference line, from my reference line, you draw it all the way down. Just be very careful. There's nothing to rush about. At the lower part, you can decide, I don't know, you can decide any amount of inches. You can open it up by 1 or 2. You can just do anything. It's very easy. Okay. So from your reference point, don't forget, you just draw your slash lines. It has to be from this same reference point, please don't forget. So that by the time you join everything back together, it's all going to start from that place. So you see, I'm already creating. So by the time I want to do it now, I'm just going to cut out these lines so that it's going to allow for us to create our pleats and the twists that we want to infuse into it. Okay, so just continue that way. Just that way, just the way I did. Just continue from that same point. Okay, so you're just going to do the same thing for the other patterns too. From the same reference point, you draw out your slash lines. So as you can see, I am done with this. Everything, all of the lines, everything. I don't know if you can see very well. Everything is starting from my slash line. So I'm just going to do the rest off camera, then continue the tutorial. You can see I've gone ahead to put my slash lines on all of my patterns. See, this is my pattern B. I've gone ahead to do that. So now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut through all of the slash line. When you are cutting through, please do not cut through the side seams. Do not cut through the sides. Just cut from the reference point all the way to almost the side, but do not cut through, because if you cut through, by the time you want to place the pattern pieces together, you might not know which one is which. You get, you might not know, and it's going to affect your measurement. So now let me start cutting. I don't know if you can see. The reason why we have to put this slash and spread is because this pattern has some gathers. This design has some gathers around. So you see, I didn't cut through, I just cut up to. This is when you are working with your own, be very, very careful. Okay, so that's what I'm just going to do to all of the patterns. You slash everything like that, like I've done, like I'm doing. Okay, so that's how you do everything. You just slash all the patterns, you slash everything. Then let me do all that off camera, then I'll show you. I'm gonna add to to slash all of my patterns A, B, C, and D. The next thing you will do is you take your pattern A and your pattern C and you pin them together on on a new paper. So like I said, I told you I'm going to be pinning up my A and C, the slashed pattern on another new paper. So this is it. This is what I have. I pinned everything together. I held everything together with my paper too. So also, this is my A pattern at the top and this is the C pattern at the lower part. When you are doing it, you have to make sure that this first line for A, this first line for A and the first line for C, it has to meet up, and also these two lines too has to meet up. It's not necessary that the ones in the middle meet up. I don't know if you can see what I did here. Let me just show you very well. So this is how your pattern should look like. Then after you're done, you add your seam allowances to it. After adding your seam allowances to it, then you cut it out. So after that, you're going to move to our B and D pattern. After you're done cutting it, you should have something like this. You should have something like this. So when you want to join, this side will be joined to the hip measurement and this side will be joined to the upper part, that under that 2.5 inches that we did. So this is how it looks. So I want to show you how to how to put it on another pattern. So this is what we're going to do. I've already placed my pattern, my B pattern. I've already placed it on another new paper, on another new pattern paper. So I'm just going to pin it down. I'm going to hold it down with my paper tape. So you hold it down with paper tape. Okay. So that's how you just hold it down with paper tape so that you can draw your new new pattern. That's what we want you to do. Also, you can see what I was saying earlier about not doing it on your fabric. You can see that we are slashing. If you are doing it directly on your fabric, you're going to have an issue that way, because you're just going to be wasting your fabric. So it's better you do it on a pattern paper first, then after that, okay, after that, you now transfer it to your fabric. So, okay, so as you can see, you can just see the way I'm doing it. So I'm going to, I don't want the video to be too long. I'm going to do the rest off camera, then I'll show you. So after pinning it all, you should have something like this. Then you can use your marker or your pen to trace out the shape, add your seam allowances, then you cut it out just like we did for our A and C pattern. So now let me do that. For your B and D pattern, you should have something like this. This is how the shape should look out after you've already cut it out and you've already added your seam allowances. This is how it should be. So now the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to use this pattern. I'm going to use it to cut out my fabric. So now what I'm going to do is I've already placed my pattern, I've already placed it on my fabric, and I'm going to cut it out. I'll cut out this pattern. I'll cut out, we have two patterns now, so I'm going to cut the two out using my fabric. Let me quickly do that and show you now the patterns. So I've already used the two patterns. I've used it to cut out my fabric. So I'll just remove it. Okay, so this is what I have for the first pattern. This is my neckline and all for that. Then also the second pattern, this first one is where the neckline is, that is my A and C pattern, and this other one, this is my B and D pattern. So I'm just going to unpin it. So I'm going to remove the fabric. You can keep the pattern pieces for next time when you're going to make another twisted dress. And also, you can make your gown, you can make it any length that you want. So now the next thing you will do is that you take your B and D pattern that you've already cut out from on your fabric. So you're going to take it. So if you notice, this is our pattern at the top, this side is higher than this side. So then also from your pattern, you have to have measured. Let me bring my pattern so you can see. This side, this is what I'm talking about. This is the other side. So you have to have measured this place, this pointed part on your pattern. You have to have marked it on your fabric. This is what I have already marked on my fabric. This is this chalk point here. So what you're going to do now on your fabric, you take from this edge on your right side. You're going to be using right side, facing right side. You're going to take it like this, then you're going to flip it over. I hope you can see what I did. So you flip it over like that. So now what you will do is that you're going to sew on this side, but before you sew, you're going to leave about 1 inch. You leave 1 inch at the beginning. You won't sew 1 inch. So you're going to leave about 1 inch at the beginning. Let me mark my 1 inch at the beginning. Then I'm just going to go to the same machine now. Then I'll sew this place. I'll sew this place from this my 1 inch mark that I came down back to this point where I want this something to stop. So I've gone ahead to sew it. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, I used the contrasting thread. I told you leave 1 inch then sew to the lower part. So I've done that. So like I said, I've gone ahead to sew it. So now I'm going to take this other one, this other pattern. As you can see, one edge is longer than the other. So this is the edge that will go to the hip line, and this is the edge that will go to the upper part. So now I'm just going to take it and I'm going to put it inside this 1 inch allowance that we left at the upper part. So I'm about inserting it. So you're just going to put it inside. When you put it inside, you're going to pull it from this other side. So when you pull it, you're just going to place it. I want us to place the neckline and all. So as you can see, I've already opened up this is the neckline at the top part. Then also for this place now, as you can see, this other side of this material that was sewed, this is the one that was sewed at the upper part. You bring it to this side to come and complete this side. You're going to bring it here to come and complete this side. You bring it to this side. It's going to complete this side. As you can see, I don't know if you can see very well, it's going to complete this side. Then also this one that we put inside, this other one that we put inside, you see, I already told you the longer part, the longer edge is going to come and meet this hip line, and this other part will be the top part. So now what I'm just going to do is that, and also I forgot to mention it, when you're putting it inside, you have to put it right part inside. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to just sew it together from the other side, from the wrong side. Guys, I've gone ahead to to sew it with my sewing machine and all, and this is what I have. This is what I have. You can already see the twist at the center. See, the side, everything is balanced up. Then this other side too, everything is balanced up. So that's just it. I just went ahead to sew. I used the contrasting thread like I told you to sew it at the four sides. You know, when we're cutting originally, when we wanted to make our pattern, we cut it at four sides. So we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, and we have 4. So that is what you're supposed to have also. And also your 1 inch original 1 inch mark that you made, you're supposed to sew that place too. If it's very difficult for you to sew, you can unstitch it. So this is what we have. You can see. So now for the back, you just have to cut your normal basic bodice that I used at the beginning. If you're using a stretchy material, you do not add that. You make it a dartless bodice. But if you're using a fabric that does not have any amount of stretch, you need to add your dart to it. So then you just bring down one, join it at the shoulder, at the sides, and that's it. Then you hem the lower part, the neckline, and if you want to add a sleeve, you can add your sleeve to it. And if you don't want to add a sleeve, hem your armhole also. So that's just basically how to how to make your twist dress. So I hope you really understand what I did. This is the twist dress I'm trying to show you the full picture. So this is the twist dress. So you just add your you join it together at the shoulder and neckline like I told you, and that's all. That's just basically how to make your twist dress. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel, like my video, and give my video a thumbs up, please.